Hello Peaches! So I just woke up right now, which is why I'm like hair, makeup, like but I got a package in the mail and I was a little bit unsure whether or not to open it on camera because I know what it is. It's some dolls, as you can also tell from the title. But I've made quite a few unboxing videos of dolls, well, like 3 I guess, but so I wasn't like, maybe I shouldn't do another one, I don't know. But I decided to do it anyway, just because one of these dolls I have been wanting for such a long time, and it's my favorite character of Ever After High and favorite just everything. So I was like, it's a little special. So I want to open it anyway. Before opening it, I just want to show you something that I just made. It's these really big plastic syringes I bought, and then I put some glitter mixed with soap in here, and then glued some pretty things on. I think it's really cute. I don't know what to use them for yet, but maybe I'll figure it out. It's part of a style called menhera, I don't know, Japanese kind of fashion that's kind of fairy-kei, you know, cute with pastel colors, but then it has this kind of twist to it with like syringes and pills and band-aids and stuff like that. But opening this big box, I have 2 dolls in here and I'm going to review them both. And like close up, show you everything, what I like, what I don't like, just like I usually do when I do an unboxing. So let's go.
Looking for my ever after, don't wanna see my dreams get shattered. Everybody says I have to, got to wait around just to be rescued. Now gonna sit alone in a tower. I should have my princess power. I'm standing up and I am stronger. Listen to my heart, cause it's getting louder. This feeling inside is coming alive. No more waiting now. See the fire in our eyes, it's burning brighter. Let go of the fear and fly higher.
Alright, so let's start with the deer. I don't know the name, just a second. Isi Dawndancer. So yeah, I mentioned in a lot of my doll videos that Monster High names, I'm not good with them because I don't watch Monster High, I just collect the dolls and I don't really care what their names are. So yeah, I'm sorry that I don't know their names. But this is the deer doll and I think she's amazing. She's very Tumblr-ish. Like when I saw her for the first time I was like, this is Tumblr in one word, like hipster kind of way. I don't know. But overall, just like this, like she is so amazing. I love the color of her hair. I love her outfit, and the whole deer thing, she looks very cute, and her shoes are awesome. So let's take a closer look at her. Alright, so here you can see up close her face. I really like her makeup. I like that they made like the little dots, and her nose is black in the bottom there, and also her eyebrows are pretty damn awesome, and her ears are awesome. I don't know why there's a hole there, if there's an earring that I lost or something. But it looks like there's supposed to be an earring in that ear as well. I don't know, I can just put another one in though, it's not a problem. But I like it that she has earrings. I think it's pretty cool, and I really think these ears are so cute. And then this one, you can take that off, which is pretty awesome. But I'm going to keep it there because it looks very cute. I always have this problem with the jewelries on Monster High. You know, there is a lot of detail on it, but you can't see the detail that much because everything is just one color. There needs to be some shading on the jewelries, also the necklace, but that's just something there always is with Monster High, and also some Ever After High. There needs to be a little more shading and different colors in their jewelry so you can see the detail more, but it's not a problem because I can do that myself. So yeah. Her outfit, I normally, like, I'm not a big fan of these kind of prints and outfits, just in general, also for like people. I'm not a big fan of those, but I think it looks really great with her because she is like a deer, and she is a kind, so even though I would never ever wear something like this, I still think it looks amazing on her because it just matches her, like the way she is and stuff. So yeah, and her leggings, I love her leggings, those little skulls on them, the little Monster High skulls with the bow. I think it's so cute. She has these triangle bracelets. I'm not sure if I like those or not, but you know, with jewelries, I'm not going to complain too much because you can take them off. I'm not a big fan of those like triangle and square kind of jewelries, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep those on her. And the shoes, I always love the shoes from dolls, especially like Monster High and Ever After High. They make some amazing shoes for their dolls, I think. And the only problem is the same that is with the jewelry. You know, it could use a little more shading and stuff like that, but there is a lot of details and they are very different. Every kind of shoe is very different from all other kinds of shoes, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get any shoe for these dolls that look the same. So I think that's awesome, and I also love the detail with her feet. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like hoofs, is that what it's called? You know, like feet that deers actually have. I can just take off the shoe. And it looks like a foot, but there's like small details that make it look like a deer foot. I really like that, and also that you can see it when she's wearing the shoes. I think it's awesome. So yeah, I'm really happy with her. The only problem is the jewelries, but I always have that problem and I can change it very easily, like fix it very easily. She's really nice. I really like the way she looks. And again with the outfit, like, I don't like the outfit. I think it's ugly, but it matches her in a way and it looks great with her. I don't know if it makes sense, but it does to me. Now for the doll that I've been waiting for the most. I'm so excited. And there are a few things I can tell already that I'm not too crazy about, but yeah, it's Madeline Hatter, the big one. And I have said many times, Madeline Hatter is my favorite Ever After High character because she's the Mad Hatter's daughter. I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland fan. And the Mad Hatter and the Cheshire Cat are my favorite characters from Alice in Wonderland. So Madeline Hatter is my favorite Ever After High. Also just because of her personality in the series. She's like, I just love her and the way she looks as well. I love her outfit and her colors, everything. So yeah, and she is pretty alright. There are a few things that I'm not too crazy about, but overall I'm really happy with her and I love her. But let's get into detail to what I don't like and what I do like. So I just brought in the smaller Madeline Hatter to kind of compare them, because the smaller one has a lot more detail, is a lot more perfect and everything, so let's just compare them. The first thing I have a problem about is the teacup, because it's nice and there's detail on it, but if you look at this teacup, if you can see it, the details on it are painted gold. You know, you can see the teacup is purple, pink sort of, and then the gold details, but on this one, everything is just that purpley pink color. There's not any detail painted on. You can see that it's sculpted on, but it's not painted gold, and I'm very not happy about that. I think that kind of sucks a little bit, because it is on the smaller one. But yeah, I can change that, so not that big of a problem. Then her hair. If you look at her hair is bigger and like more like curly. This is kind of flat, and I have already tried to like do something about it, but it looks pretty flat. But again, I can also change that, but it's just, you know, I thought it would be a little more curly and crazy like her hair actually is. But yeah, her face, I like her face. There's nothing wrong about that. It looks pretty nice. Then her necklace is another thing that I'm fairly disappointed about, because, you know, it's just blue. If you look at the small one, there's another gold detail that isn't on the big one. And I think it's because it's such a small thing. It's just the bow that's gold. And the bow is here, but it's not painted gold. It's just, it would be so easy for them to make that, but they didn't. And another thing I just realized now is that she doesn't have any earrings, which the small Maddie does. She has some nice teaspoons. The big one doesn't. She doesn't even have holes for earrings, and yeah, that's not too good. Another thing, the gloves. Where are the dots? The dots are there, you can see them, they're kind of like sculpted in, but they're not painted white. I don't know who the fuck made this doll, why they were so lazy with the painting job. Like, seriously, the dots are there, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but they're just not white. They're just the same color as the rest of the glove. Moving on to the dress. So the dress overall looks pretty great, I think. The bow though is a little bit sad compared to this bow because it's the same size even though the dolls are different sizes. So they could have made it a little more over the top like this one is. And then like the print on the dress is pretty, it's nice. But then here in the bottom again with the black lace. Here there's some gold, it's much darker, there's more layers of black lace. This is just one layer of boring black lace. And I think that's sad that it didn't add the gold thing to it. Because I really love there to be some gold details. But yeah, that's just such a small detail, but it just bugs me, you know, because it's a lot of small details that's not good. So it's a little sad. And then the thing that I am very sad about the most, as I also heard a lot of other people complaining about, is her legs. They are painted on, like on this one it's stockings or like tights. You can remove these, it's fabric, it's cloth, you can take them off, and then she has normal skin colored legs underneath. But these are painted on, and it's kind of not a problem because I'm not going to change the clothes anyway, but you can clearly see that they're painted on. It doesn't look like tights, it just looks like a weird tattoo of some sort, I don't know. But I heard a lot of people complaining about that, so I'm not the only one. And the last detail, also a little bit sad, but the shoes are pretty great. The only thing I have about them is in the front. On the small one you can see there's some gold details on here on the front and there's not here. But it's not that much though. And I think they did pretty well on the shoes. I really love her shoes though. So yeah, it's just small details like that. So yeah, kind of like, it sounds like there's a lot of problems that I have with, and there is a lot of problems with her. I think she's not as great as they could make, and also just because it's those kind of small details. It's like, it's so easy to just paint some white dots on there and paint some gold details there. Why didn't they just do it? And give her some goddamn tights instead of this painted on thing. It's a little sad because it is such small things that they could have very easily made. I know that they can very easily made it because they made it with this one. So I don't understand why they didn't just do it, and that's a little sad. But they're all things, well, most of the things that I can fix myself. So it isn't like a huge problem for me. I can see why it could be a huge problem for some people who are not as creative as I am, I guess, who are not good with painting and all that kind of stuff like that. So I can see that it could be a problem for someone, and I definitely think that you should think twice about buying her in case you're not willing to do these kind of things yourself. But I am, so to me it's not that big a problem, and when I'm done with her I think she will look amazing, and I still love her very much because she is my favorite character, and you know, she is good. It's a beautiful doll, it's just the small details that bother me. But yeah, I really like her, despite of all the small fails and details that are not perfect. But I think it's just because I know I can fix them. If I felt like I couldn't fix them, like looking at her now, I wouldn't be too happy about keeping her the way she is now. But just because I know I can fix her, it's not that big of a problem for me. So that was the unboxing video, and I really hope you liked it. I really like these dolls. Going to do a little bit of work on them, but it's not too bad. And I have the entire day off where I can just play with the dolls. Well, not play, because I don't play with them, but you know, make the dolls and make them pretty, paint on them, stuff like that. So I'm going to do that now. Press the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, and thank you for watching.